understand that, but you're almost at like an esports level of roleplay, bro, that not everybody gets to, X, man. Like I said, those people are there to enjoy themselves, have a fucking bank heist, and then do the escape. Maybe the escape was the part that they thought was going to be the intense shit. Not everybody's gone through what you've gone through. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean,
but also, X, think about all the times where they could have had a clean shot on you and they didn't shoot. They could have.
And how fucking frustrated you would be when they
X,
do take
how many times have you
shot.
been shot? You've been breached before, haven't you?
Yeah, but then I just feel like at that point, if they want to sit in that way, then you would tighten up. You know, you tighten up. I feel like sometimes it's like all the games. There's like a meta to it, right? Like
but this comes down. Does this not come down to not valuing a life of a hostage? I don't understand. There's in fact a time where they just breached Jack like a week ago or something like that, and Jack shoots the hostage. But what does shooting the hostage actually do?
Then I'll bring you back to Captain Phillips then. Spoiler alert: Captain Phillips doesn't die.
I get that.
Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But there's, I mean, a million opportunities that you leave open for the cops then. You can get shot walking out to the car. Especially in a two-man.
Off the top
one
of the
guy
building.
on one side of the wall, one side on the other side of the wall, guy on a rooftop. You think they can't take two guys out without them shooting a hostage?
Oh, no. This absolutely makes sense. But at that point, the hostage life isn't being endangered anymore. So killing will become an escalation.
You guys, you're not getting into the car without holding your gun on the hostage. You're not in danger anymore. Absolutely still in danger. If I had to walk outside with some burglars still holding a gun on my head where I had to get close to the vehicle, you think I'd feel safe about that?
Yes, but
there's still a chance that if they have to shoot both or 3 or 4 people, that somebody hurts the hostage, right? There's still that chance. But a lot of times there isn't that chance. That's the problem. There's no chance of that happening. I think that's when they take the shot or whatever, right? But if you establish either in gameplay or roleplay, right? Team control that includes that, I think you're chilling.
So you really want to give the cops that responsibility to make that distinctive choice?
It's not a distinctive choice.
It is. Whether they want to take a shot or not, they think it's going to be a clean shot. They're not very notorious.
They've had that choice for
now give 30 cops that choice instead of just Kyle.
But it's not.
That's what you want.
It's
okay.
It's not 30 cops.
It makes sense.
What do you mean?
I mean,
every cop is their own individual person.
Here's the thing, but Kyle, it wasn't that she wasn't positioned right. Kyle was talking about breaching that shit before he even got near it.
True.
Yeah.
So no matter how she was sitting, that shit was getting breached.
It makes sense. Like, in my opinion, it's the cop's job to always I think the server is degraded in the sense of like what cops' goals are.
Why was it degraded there though? Those are 3 veteran RPers. Those aren't just cadets, brother. You know what I mean? Those guys have been here since day 1.
Yeah, but I mean, no offense.
Well, not day 1. That's me. Come on now.
But
3.0 day 1, 2.0 day 1 for both of those, for all of them.
They're also content heavy, but at the end of the day, some of that roleplay is degraded a little bit in the sense that you should always want to 1, de-escalate, 2, preserve life, right? And 3, at the end of the day, do your job as a cop, right? But the problem is sometimes is that when things are de-escalating, they'll purposely re-escalate for no fucking reason. And I think that's when RP degrades, right? Is when everybody always escalates and goes further up. When in fact, when I play cop, I'm always de-escalating, like super hard. And it's not about the loot or the win. If you get the hostage safely, you already won. Like,
so let me ask you this, X. If that would have happened to you, how would you have reacted?
Huh?
X's response is that wouldn't have happened to me. I would have been tucked, bro. The hostage would have been fucking.
Oh, motherfucker, man! I meant
well, no, because we've already got on the boat if it was him. To be
we already made the distinction that he was going to breach before he even got to the boat, before he even knew the position.
Because he didn't respect 2-man jobs.
Right, that's the reason. It wasn't because of the position; it's because he didn't respect 2-man jobs. So.
Oh yeah, I make the cops know, and if I feel like they're okay, listen. Nighttime vaults, okay, with shift 3, we have had dozens of them, okay, and. When I know that they're being weird about you, and you can tell in their attitude. Don't tell me you can't tell in their fucking voice that they have a goal in mind, and that's breaching or whatever the fuck. And you can just tell it's them, right? Motherfucker, man, I take the hostage by the shoulder, and I bring him into like the tightest angle and the dumbest shit, and I just chill there, right? Like I feel like yeah, it's kind of lame. It's lame, right? But if I feel something is wrong, like then I cut roleplay like a little bit. Then I interact with the cops less. I hide more. I'm less out there. It sucks, but it is what it is. Like,
well, I mean, but we've made the distinction that they're going to breach anyways, no matter how much you tuck or hide. So let's just say you do the most tuck and tuck you can do imaginable, and they still do it. Let's say even the hostage gets shot. How would you react?
oh, if the hostage gets shot, I mean, then it's over.
How would you react?
Oh no, we've had a multiple times before where they literally shut our hostage down.
Yeah, but how would you react if that was you?
I got a question for you, X.
Wait, I mean, I would.
Hey, do you
maul,
think
but
the guy in Captain Phillips still would have got shot if he had 360 vision all around him in a third-person view?
Oh no, of course not. I mean, that the example there was just to create that sometimes, if you're gonna take that angle, that if I hit the shot, it'll work out, right? And I feel like if you sense that it's going that way, right? If you think that the role play is going that way, then I think if you don't react and you play chill, just like this. Here's a good example. Moon's breach on the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say, yo, bitch, keep your hands on the gun and on the hostage, right? And at that point, she's like, okay, I was given a warning and things kind of are getting tense. I'm gonna hold the gun, but no, what does he do instead? He smokes a joint. Then he gets breached. You know, if you see how the role play is
That's
going,
a little different.
None
If
of
you're
that
taking a
happened.
joint, your hands are completely off your weapon, and not to mention that is also taking advantage of game mechanics. You don't think you can fucking smoke a joint and hold a gun on someone, X?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm going.
That's like the time you got shot by Angel because you happen to be taking money off the rack. You don't think you can hold a gun on the door and take money off the rack? That's taking advantage of poor game mechanics, you know?
Okay,
I remember that, Mauled.
Okay, that makes sense. These are mechanic based though. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. But what if they were to sense that this is going bad and they hid in the shower, but there's no angles.
Or
say,
she said,
if
"Hey
you
guys,
pass
they're
the
all
Listen,
wall,
I'm not disagreeing with you that there was a way out of this situation for her. But come on, man, she couldn't have known that this was gonna happen. This is so out of nowhere. In the
did
fucking,
they give that it was
this
going
is
bad?
ridiculous, man. There's no warning. There's no fucking put the hostage, put the gun down. Nothing. No aggression. Oh, how's your day, man? Oh, you want cupcakes? Are you listening to me, lady? And then boom, shot. Like what? Hello?
But the cops aren't going to do that because they don't want to show that they're going to shoot her.
Yeah, but
God
xQc's
forbid you want some extra RP out of the situation.
Yeah, but his argument is
It's
read
just
the
not like
situation. The
win,
cops
win,
didn't give
win.
anything.
That should not be your thought process. The win-win-win situation can happen after when you're chasing the motherfucker. Does the win-win-win really need to happen when you have them cornered in a little fucking area and you have 4 or 5 cops surrounding it, dude? You need that dub, you know, right there.
But you're asking why they didn't do that. I'm not saying it's a win-win-win. I'm saying the reason why they didn't say more is because you guys are right. Like the plan was to shoot the fucking guy or the girl. I'm sorry.
Before you found out anything about the situation.
Yeah, that's the most fucking. That happens pretty often.
I just think, like, dude, this is not an esports thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a roleplay server. You're not walking up there trying so heavily to get that win that you need to shoot them in a situation. Your life is not on the line on a boat like fucking Phillips. That's all I'm saying. Not everyone is treated the same way as X either.
There wasn't any single indicator given to her that she should be, careful. She should go and tuck. That, hey, stuff's getting a little escalated. Nothing. Everything was
us getting on the boat from 2 inches away from her. Like that never happens.
Yeah, usually Max.
What are you
the guy
talking about?
On the job,
I stand 5 feet from cops all the time with glass in between us at bank jobs all the time.
In all fairness, though, it's kind of ironic though, because to defend these guys, Max usually doesn't let anybody on the boat. Max is somebody that I've known because we do jobs with him. We taught him a little bit, and he does like me. He keeps stress at 0, and normally it's no cops on the boat, right? That comes down to scene control, and a lot of times
it's all esports related, brother, man. It's an RP
yeah,
server, bro. This isn't like
he told them to get out the boat, and they shot her.
Let's clash our metas against each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? We going back to the bike phase, you know?
She put the gun to the hostage's head. She said, "Please get off the boat," and they shot her.
Oh yeah, I mean that's really bad. I mean that is absolute dog shit then. Yeah, that's terrible then. I mean, who even shot there anyway? Who did that?
Me?
Hutch.
Was ordered
That's
by
it.
Kyle, who decided this before they even knew the situation that they were going to breach.
Well, the thing is that sometimes people are surrendering and Kyle beats them up. Like Kyle's like an escalator for some reason. I don't really know. Like
I think he's more of an elevator.
X, I got a question for you. If you're on PP and a cop orders you to shoot somebody in that situation, are you gonna be like, no, I'm not
well,
shooting them, or are you gonna listen to
this,
your higher up?
this happens actually quite often. That I'm on cop and I completely ignore comms, right?
Yeah,
Because I'm supposed to follow rank and RP, right? And
but
what I do is
you'll
that
take
I
the high
ignore
road
them
type
and I
shit.
know that I won't get fired because nobody ever suffers from in-character consequences because the PD is soft as a fucking noodle. So I
I
just
agree
ignore
with
them.
that. I agree with that because you can not listen to somebody and not get any repercussions for it. But I also, again, like I said before, if I get told to do something, I'll usually
Yeah, but
fucking
they
do
gave
it.
you an out. They already assumed that you didn't want to do it, and you said you would.
See, I don't even remember that part. I have to rewatch it. If that ended up happening, then
Yeah, they're
I
like,
should have
Jared,
stepped
you
up
want
and
to
said
do
no.
it? They're like, oh, never mind. You wouldn't want. And you're like, oh, I'll follow orders.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
yes, it's role play, but like I always say, there's always a layer of like kind of like meta. If you it's kind of weird saying meta, but it is kind of meta, where like you know how things go. Yes, it's role play, but I know how things go, right? And I know for a fact, with hindsight, that when you do things bad as a cop, there's absolutely no punishment. We've seen people power game. There was an officer that kept holding us by the arm and brute forcing us all the time, and we couldn't do anything. Just holding our arms, and we just were literally just stuck in the fucking game's mechanic, right?
I mean,
It happened 3 times, and they never even got warned, OC, or in character.
Mhm.
It's like, I mean, do
here's a
bullshit
here's a
when it
question for you,
happens.
completely outside of characters. Do you think it's okay for 3 veteran RPers to just be completely okay with that situation? You know what I mean? Not even a question. There wasn't even a question of doubt from any 3 of them.
Dude, I don't like the word veteran because at the end of the day, like, I feel like veteran can play against them because like they played so much
Excuse me,
sometimes
pleb.
that they get tired and they want content instead of like RP.
Why then? Why
Veteran can go both
stop? Then
ways.
why stop the content?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
stop and halt roleplay right there? If that's the
Yeah, yeah,
intent, you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's super really, really bad. That's why I don't like using the word veteran. If you want my opinion, the only people that are real veterans are people like Zeissman or whatever, right? And like Toretti and like uh I feel like they'll always role play, right? And no matter how much experience that they have, they'll always take scenes seriously, right? Is his name Zeissman or whatever? Bayo, that's a veteran, right?
yeah.
He
But
is. He's been around a long time.
you'll always role play, and that's my problem with some of the veterans that role play or not, or content or not, based on how they're feeling during that day or how burned out they are, right? And these mediums are just so stupid. Just
Mhm.
like you should always have like integrity, and that's why things disintegrate when you display poor integrity. Then anything flies out the window. Then everybody starts doing whatever the fuck, you know.
Remember that burned out combo we were having earlier, Summit? That's pretty much exactly what he's talking about. Where you played, you're burned out, and you're miserable, but you know you're making money off of it, so you keep forcing yourself to play it. You don't even want to be there, and then you
Yeah,
start
but
Yeah,
taking it
cop
out on
characters
people.
hold a different responsibility, as I learned when I played a cop character, which is
yeah, because
why I don't play them that much. There is a lot of responsibility on your hands. If you're not fucking ready for that responsibility, or if you think you're getting tired, then get the fuck off your cop character, bro.
Yep, yep. That's what I did last time. I was on cup and I was fucking walding because of some fucking people had like 8 cars in a fucking in a boost. And after I rammed these suckers, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna log out, man, because these guys are being a bunch of bitch ass hoes, man. And we're being a bunch of dude. I
Bitch ass
rammed some
hoes,
guy
bro.
off the fucking highway bracket. Then he did a flip and shit. And I was like, dude, I need to get off. I need to go offline.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll say it. I was fucking exhausted at that point. I was so fucking tired.
Holy man. Nah, like I said, I think it all comes down to like